Okay, so we're going to be updating this helicopter crash from yesterday. The other pilot apparently has passed away, sadly, and apparently they knew each other. I'm still wondering how this freak accident happened, that these two people crashed into each other. They did an update today, so I'm going to start off with playing that. Oh, it's kind of very low.
Okay. Say your name for us? Sure. It's Chief Kevin Friel.
And what agency?
The Hammonton Police Department.
Okay. Can you just give us a preliminary information? What you
Sure. This morning at 11:25 a.m., our department received a call of a midair crash between two helicopters. As the crash ensued, one of the helicopters actually burst into flames. Luckily, there was not any industry or commercial buildings or populated areas it went down in. Unfortunately, the pilots of the planes, we located that the planes took off from the Hammonton Municipal Airport, that's Airport N81, and it was probably just a moment or two after their flight started that they collided. We have one of the pilots that received serious life-threatening injuries. He was transported by helicopter to a trauma center. The other pilot is a fatality. We have not released any of the information of the individuals at this point. We have to make notifications to family members, and we have the FAA and NTSB are coming to do their investigation as it's an airline crash.
Were they flying together? We heard from people who saw they were really close.
Reports were that they were flying in tandem, that they were flying close together, which is probably...
That's so weird. And so these guys knew each other. Somebody in the other chat said they were like close friends or something, best friends. Was this on purpose? Maybe they were flying next to each other on purpose. As like, I don't know, I see you, you see me kind of thing.
What caused the collision to occur? Again, I'm not investigating the air collision. That'll be FAA, but it was noted that they were flying in close proximity to each other.
In my understanding, there was just only one person on each aircraft, the pilot of each aircraft?
That is correct. That was confirmed from out at the airport from witnesses that observed that there was just one pilot per vehicle and no passengers on either. They were both private helicopters.
So there's two people involved in this? That's
correct.
And is it normal, and you may not be able to answer this, but is it normal for two helicopters, like civilian helicopters, to be flying that closely together?
It's not a very normal thing, although it has been noted that the pilots had done that in the past. They apparently are friends and fly into the airport, have a meal together at the cafe that's there, and we're leaving together.
So I just want to clarify, these are both private helicopters? That
is correct. They are private individual helicopters. There's not any commercial flight or any type of airline type helicopter.
Are they from this area?
I believe they are from the tri-state area. Again, I can't give any further information until we make notification to family members.
And how far did they get after they took off from the airport when the collision happened?
The collision is approximately about a mile from where the airport is, so it wasn't that very far into the flight from the airport.
So maybe they were in flight for a minute?
A matter of minutes, I would say.
It's pretty close to a house. Can you talk about just how lucky those people are?
Well, again, like I said, and any time that we have air collisions, we've had a couple crashes in my career here as a law enforcement officer. It could have gone a lot worse, and there could have been a lot more loss of life if, again, in looking around the area of that 1 mile radius, there's a lot of nursing homes, there's commercial buildings, there's a lot of things that could have really made it worse.
What happens throughout the course of the night and into tomorrow?
We have the area secured. It is, again, going to be investigated by the Federal Aviation Administration and the National Traffic Safety Bureau. So NTSB will be out responding as well, too.
Are individuals from those agencies here yet? FAA?
Yes, FAA has been on scene for a few hours now, and we're doing all the preliminary investigation. So things are going underway with that. And then, again, it was a follow-up with the Transportation Safety Bureau.
Are they here yet? Or are
they are not here yet.
Have you seen video of the crash? I know some people haven't. Some videos have been.
I saw one snippet, although there is, I hate to use the term fake news, there was one that was posted on Facebook that is certainly not the crash. It was a clear day in that video, and it was a grassy area. This was an empty field and wood line that was several, I would say probably several hundred yards beyond where a residence was. So again, very lucky in the instance of where this unfortunate incident occurred.
So they went down in a field, not like near the trees at all?
Both of them. One went down in the field and one went down right into the tree line.
How far apart are the two crash scenes?
They're very close together. It's, again, like I said, they were up in the air probably a matter of minutes, and the crash occurred very close proximity.
In terms of it being a rural area, can you talk about the response? Is it difficult? Is terrain difficult to get to? Like, what is that?
No, we had no difficulty. Matter of fact, we even had one of our off-duty officers respond in the area immediately, rendering aid to the one individual that was transported.
And just talk about that type of response. I mean, this is a pretty rural area. Like, what other agencies responded to this? I mean, it takes a pretty big response when you have.
Yeah, it does. And luckily, we work very well together here in Atlantic County. We had our municipal police department. We had our fire department, we had EMS respond, we had county emergency services respond for emergency management, and we had a couple other law enforcement agencies offering to lend a hand if needed out here. And like I said, we definitely have the FAA and the NTSB that is responding as well.
The two pilots, do you know the experience that they've had?
I would say that they are pilots that have been flying for quite some time. They, from speaking with the airport, that they were kind of a mainstay and were there quite frequently.
So they're familiar with this area?
Yes.
Okay.
What does it mean to have this emergency room be so close? I mean, were they transported here or are they somewhere else?
No, they were flown from here. Okay. We have a helipad here at the Daycare Special Emergency Division. So he was flown from here to a trauma center. This was a good area for a LZ, a landing zone. So that's actually one of the good things is in proximity here.
Can you just talk about what folks in this area need to know in terms of road closures, like where not to go, how long it's going to take to clear some of this, like what does the general public need? Sure,
yeah, and as we post on our Facebook page as well, we're just asking for local traffic to not utilize this area until we have the preliminary part of the investigation and get everything situated and safe for people to be able to transport through that area. We also have the state DOT that's out here helping with the road closure, so that's another plus.
But that could, I mean, just clearing the helicopters could take days, essentially, or you tell me.
It'll take a while. Again, it's NTSB is going to be the entity that's going to remove the vehicles because they basically almost piece them back together to see what the fault and failure was or whether it was a pilot error.
Anything else, guys?
Thank you, sir.
All right.
Anything else?
Thank you so much.
Most likely seems like pilot error. I guess they got complacency. And supposedly these two pilots had breakfast that morning together. And witnesses say that they saw them flying together in tandem. And so it's, I mean, that is crazy. And very experienced pilots, what they say.
That scene from earlier today.
Can you say your name for us?
Sewell Solipino. Silipino.
Crazy.
And you own the cafe?
Myself and my wife, yeah.
What's the name of the cafe?
Apron Cafe at the Hammonton Airport.
And are you shocked to kind of hear what happened today?
It was shocking. Still shaking a little bit to see that happen. They were just at our cafe having breakfast. They're regulars. They come in every week or every other week. They fly in together. They seem to be very nice people. They're very, very kind to all of the workers, the staff, and all. And I said they were just leaving, and myself and I was with some of the customers watching them take off with the little kids that hang out by the windows watching the planes and helicopters take off. So we saw them take off, and then we watched them for a while, and one was a little bit further than the other guy, but I said they always fly together. And we turned around, we were talking, and then we looked up, and I saw the one spiraling down. I didn't see him hit or, hit into or crash into anything. It's just I saw one go down, and then I saw the other one go down, and it was a little bit of disbelief. It's like, is that really happening? And then I put on my coat and went out there, and I saw the smoke and all, and I said, this really happened.
Did you call 911 or did?
No, we heard the alarms. I guess there was a lot of people already seeing what happened, so there was a lot of people calling in. But I shouted out to my wife, I think those two guys just crashed, and it's a little bit of a disbelief, but it happened.
Can you talk about the two of them as friends, as pilots? If you know them?
I really don't. I don't know them personally. Just that they seem to come in all the time together. They fly in together, and they seem to be close. They sit together, and they seem to be good friends or relatives. I'm not sure.
How fast? I mean, how quickly? That split second when you saw that. Can you just talk about just how quickly that happened?
It happened like they left within a couple minutes. This happened after they left.
So you watched the whole takeoff and.
Yeah, I was with the kids watching them take off, and because we're pretty close to when they take off, and they, you can see them in there, and they looked fine. They really looked good. So it's hard to believe. It's hard to believe. We're gonna miss them. Thank you.
What was kind of the reaction at the cafe and everything else among the people?
We had a lot of people in there, and they were all in pretty much disbelief. I didn't want to say anything too loud because I didn't want to get everyone upset, but I said something's happening out there, and like I said, I didn't think that was. And when you see that happening, you say, well, that's not for real, but it is. So it was a little scary.
All right, thank you for your time.
Thank you. Thank you.
That was a witness speaking after.
So yeah, that's the update on these guys. It seems like, pilot error, complacency. Somehow they got too close to each other and ended up killing each other. This is crazy. It seemed like one pilot was going to survive. I mean, because when they crashed, they said one was fully engulfed in flames and that somebody in the other helicopter was taken. I'm like, oh, maybe they'll survive. But apparently both are dead. So very unfortunately, thankfully they didn't have any passengers like bringing other people with them. I guess they just got really comfortable. Well, what I see in the news as far as for today, everybody's talking about Nick Shirley and the alleged fraud that's going on and he uncovered. But they say a lot of people knew about that for years, but he definitely brought a light to it because it seems like the operation was still going on to me. There was all these daycares and he showed up at these daycares, if you haven't heard, and there's no kids inside and they're receiving all kinds of funding. Even places that have gotten a bunch of violations are still receiving funding. 2018 Minnesota Somali daycare owners were prosecuted for fraud after surveillance showed parents briefly checking in their kids and leaving while the daycare billed the state for full days and gave the parents kickbacks for participating. What the? I don't know. So there's a lot of people that are looking into this stuff. There's people doing their own investigations. He has his videos viral on X. Surely. Over 100 million views. He has a 40-minute video. I haven't watched the whole thing, but 117 million. I posted a clip on this page of some of the parts of the video, but I haven't watched the full 42 minutes. And he's getting a lot of love and praise. Some people are criticizing him, but he's getting a lot of love and praise. Blowing up. And he's a young guy too. Young guy doing it big. The Candace Owens drama still continues. I had to stop following it, man. I can't, once drama keeps going and going and going, after a while I just tune out. I can't with the bullshit, but she's still going. Apparently she's trying to backtrack some of the things that she said. And Alex Jones is going in on her pretty hard. What else was? Oh, apparently Malcolm in the Middle is coming back. I don't. If you guys, when I was a kid, I used to watch that, and I thought the show was hilarious. Apparently they're coming back. Anybody in the chat ever seen that? There's a whole trailer. It says after 19 years coming back, starting on April 10th on Hulu. What the? I can't really play it, but look at that. Look at the mother. Wow. What about the dad? Is he coming back? Oh, he is. Supposedly they're bringing that show back. You're not the boss of me now, and you're not so big. I wonder, is it going to be woke? Is it going to have like all this stuff? You know, who knows? There was also major traffic on the highway. There was like a huge traffic pileup. I was almost going to jump on and cover it, but I think I noticed too late, and it was already kind of over. Traffic pileup on I-75 Detroit. Major weather. Grandpa in the middle. Seriously. Look at this shit. 3 people taken to the hospital after being attacked by a pit bull in Rivera Beach, Florida. What would you do, man? You get attacked by a dog. A pit bull. This was on 12/23. Let's see. There comes a dog, full throttle. Wow. Oh, shit. Oh, he took her down. That's the one thing I would try to, whatever I would do is keep my head up, try to stay straight. I mean, you know, definitely not try to get down or fall on the floor or anything. I know they say easier said than done, but I try to punt that shit if I could. There was a video I was watching one time where some guy, there was like a dog attacking people. Some guy walked up behind it. I couldn't believe it. And he stuck his finger up the dog's ass and fingered his ass. I'm sorry if it's graphic. But that like got the dog off. It was very, I don't know if that's, I just, yeah, that, yeah. What else? Ashley Buzzard, the mother's pleading not guilty. Tyler Robinson, I think they're going to release the files. They had a hearing today to decide if they could release some files that were previously redacted. So I believe they're going to release it, with the exception of like one page or something. DHS is going store to store. Or I don't know if it's store to store, door to door, I meant to say. Door to door, going to businesses. Uh-oh. They're investigating. Better watch out. Alex Jones going crazy.
Bitch, you don't fucking sit up there on some hill and tell me who ate the cabbage. You don't sit there and tell me what to give you or what to do. You are suspect. You have the left boosting you, the left loving you, the left promoting you with your royal husband, who we're about to expose. So get ready for that, George.
Oh, shit.
So we figured you out. We got your number, and you can't stand the fact that you've run this big psyop, and now it's coming to an end.
Yeah, some of the tides are kind of turning on her a little bit. Candace Owens. Dave Chappelle, man. I don't know if I could play this nigga. Maybe I'll do it on the smaller screen. I don't know. I saw he has like a new special. I haven't watched it, but I saw there was some controversy a little bit. But I did see this snippet about the National Guard.
Deployed the National Guard in my hometown and took the police department from the mayor. Oh, DC niggas, we don't like that. But then my governor in Ohio sent our National Guard to police my hometown. And I called these niggas and said, I'm pulling up. Because these niggas is trying to take the chocolate out of Chocolate City. I said, I gotta go home while it's still a city I remember. And then I went on Instagram and saw all the protests in D.C. and there was a bunch of white people like, not on our streets. I said, oh no, it's too late. These whites are entrenched. Not on our goddamn streets, you don't. This nigga Trump was talking like he goes out to dinner. It's not like that. Yep. And I gotta tell you the truth. This is not the only city this is happening in. It's happening in California. It's happening in Oregon. It's happening in Illinois. And it's happening in Memphis. And the niggas in Memphis, they might need it.
You see? They need that shit. Clean up the streets.
You gotta be reasonable. I don't know if you've been in Memphis recently, but them niggas already stole 2 tanks from the National Guard, so you already know. You already know, you know. And I came here mad, ready to fight, but when I drove through the city, it looked clean, guys. I gotta tell you. It looked clean.
Oh, shit. Clean up.
A lot better than the last time I was here.
Okay. All right, let me see if there's anything else. I just wanted to do these little quick streams to test out the connection, test out the microphone. I got a new mic. It's kind of messing around with that, messing around with the camera too. A new setting on the camera. It was overheating, but I bought a fan for the camera. I'm doing too much. It entertains me. I'm messing around with like technology and stuff. Keeps me out of trouble. It's my kind of entertainment. So, but I think we had a smooth stream. My camera went out a couple times. The fan wasn't turning on. Let me see what else though. I am going to be around today. I'm going to be chilling. Going to be around the house. New Year's is coming. And I don't know. And we've been doing good on YouTube. On the main channel and this channel, I've been doing good. So trying to keep it going. There's a lot of craziness going on too. Oh, I saw a lot of people too coming for Nick Shirley, trying to say that like, oh, why did he bring a camera to the daycare and blah blah blah, and they're trying to like align him and saying that he's a pedophile. They're trying to say he's a pedophile now.
Hey, I've been seeing a few videos on here about the whole Nick Shirley thing. You know, the guy who was investigating fraud in Minnesota and basically trying to break into daycare centers, going up to the doors and saying, "Where are the children? Where are the children?" For those of you out there who might be tempted to defend Nick Shirley, I just want to make sure that you're clear on one thing, because I know everybody else has dealt with everything else, like, you know, probably should have called the police, you know, because, you know, some creepy strangers going up the doors demanding to see children. Yeah, I just want to make sure we're absolutely clear. Nick Shirley shows up to a fucking daycare center where any children associated with my family are, then he would have to consider himself extremely lucky if the only thing I do is call the police.
Oh, there's no kids there. That's the whole thing. There was no kids, nothing going on over there. I mean, I understand some of these people, because everybody's doing their own investigation. People are going to start showing up to daycares, I guess. But it's taken a life of its own. A lot of people are looking at it, maybe starting to investigate, checking it out for themselves. We'll have to see what comes of it, I guess. Camila Mendoza Olmos. This lady's missing in Texas, 19 years old. I don't know what I might have to check out this story. She's been missing since 7 a.m. Christmas Eve morning. The missing 19-year-old? No, nothing. A couple, I think like 2 or 3 people asked me if I was going to cover it. I had just started looking at it today a little bit, and Camila, I don't know if she just went for a walk. She left her phone in her room, but it was dead. She had contact with a close friend and had plans to shop. She often took morning walks. She had her keys and ID. Christmas Eve. All right, guys, I'm going to head out for now, but I will be around. We'll see what happens today. If there's any breaking news, breaking stuff, I will jump on. But appreciate you. I will catch you later. All right. Bye. Bloop, bloop, bloop. See you guys later.